Welcome back, Stoner Squad, and welcome to all those new to the channel. My name is DanIsStoned, and thank you for joining me today for some more Imperator Rome. Anyway, with the Tyrian Purple achievement run coming to an end, I thought it was a good time to actually start a new achievement run. Anyway, for this achievement run, I actually wanted to try and get the Heraclea Persica achievement. And that means as Heraclea Persica, form Persia while your ruler is part of the Achaemenid dynasty. By doing this achievement, we can also probably go for the three great fires at the same time, which means form Persia and own 3 cities. I can't remember where they are, but they're all the way down here in the Seleucid Empire. But it is doable, so we could probably get 2 achievements for the price of 1. Anyway, let's just quickly take stock of our starting situation as Heraclea Persica. Now, this is not going to be easy by any means, and I do like a challenge. So, Heraclea Persica, as you can see, starts off here. We have 6 territories, and we are pretty much sandwiched between the fridge, which is really bad, and some other kind of moderately sized states, Paphlagonia to the right, Bithynia, Byzantium, Thrace on the other side, and it's going to be really quite hard to actually expand in this place, because the fridge is huge, so we really need to hope for them to blow up. We do have possibility of expansion over in Paphlagonia, Pontus and whatnot, but we have to hope that these fuckers don't ally themselves to the fridge, and I really hope that is what will happen. I may have to do a couple of restarts depending on how the start goes, but if that actually happens, I will let you guys know as soon as I do. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get the introduction going. So let's have a look who we are. So we are Heraclea Persica. We have Greek traditions, which gives us the phalanx ability, which is a tactic. We can also unlock the cavalry skirmish tactic, which is pretty nice. We also get military colonist ability at some point, and we can unlock the raid city ability. Our traditions have strong heavy infantry, which is cool because I like heavy infantry, and we have good cavalry and triremes. Heritage-wise, we have a unique heritage, Heraclean heritage, which is pretty cool, unique to Heraclea Persica, which means that the loyalty gain chance for our soldiers is more plus 5%, so our units are more likely to become loyal to the general. But we have national citizen happiness plus 5% and a found city cost modifier minus 25%. Now, I think that is huge. That found city cost modifier is just like brilliant. I mean, founding cities to get more citizens, more tech and everything is just a must, and the fact that it costs 25% less to found them, I think that's a really underrated kind of bonus, and I love that. That is fantastic. We are an an aristocratic monarchy, which means the consort provides benefits. Our rulers reign for life, and we get 1 military idea and 2 arbitrary ideas. And if we kind of associate our national ideas to the assigned slots, we gain a reduction of 0.10 in tyranny, plus 10% freeman happiness, plus 10%, not plus 10% freeman happiness, plus 10% citizen happiness, plus 10% freeman ratio in cities. And because we are a monarchy, we automatically get that plus 35% buff to the civilization level for the nation. Religion-wise, we are Hellenic, which gives us the following benefits, plus 10% national citizen happiness, and we are of Bithynian culture, which means we are part of the Hellenistic culture group. Our leader is called a Basilissa here, apparently, the Greek term for ruler, and she is called Amastris the First Achaemenid. She is an OK leader, 5875 in her stats. She's not too shabby. We have 6 territories, 71 pops, 18 citizens, 24 freemen, 17 tribals. I want to get rid of them fuckers, I don't like tribals, and 12 slaves. Anyway, now that is done, let's get right into the game. So I want to pop it on hard difficulty. I do like a bit of a challenge, and I feel like it's going to be good fun doing it that way. And I'm going to pop Iron Man mode on, obviously, so we can go for the achievements. And let's get rolling. Bim, bam, boom. I've created a save already, so I don't have to type it in, and don't make the mistake of typing on cap locks, as I always do. I don't know if you guys have noticed, as soon as I make a save, my caps lock is always on, and I just kind of did it beforehand, so I don't have to do it. Anyway, boom. Let's go. Heraclea Persica time, baby. And, oh, what's this, Dan, might you ask? Look at this, a nice little unique message to start off with. And you're going to be loving this, guys, I'm going to show you what it is. Anyway, the Persian heiress. As Alexander overthrew the old Persian Empire and took control of its ancient areas, the dynasty of King Darius was married to the many generals and satraps serving Alexander to secure his new rule. One of his nieces, Amastris, ended up being married to the Macedonian general Craterus. Their marriage was short-lived, as Craterus wanted an alliance with Antipater just a couple of years later, after the death of Alexander, and sent Amastris to the tyrant of Heraclea Persica, Dionysus. After the old tyrant Dionysus passed on, Amastris had been left in charge of their 2 sons and the rulership of Heraclea Persica, and became quite popular among the populace. Though some argued against Persian rulership at first, they are now quickly becoming used to the idea. So we have two options here. Though we have a Persian ruler, we'll embrace our heritage. So we gain embrace heritage until the end of the game, which reduces wrong culture group happiness by -5%, but increases primary culture happiness by 10%. If we take this option, we get to keep our Greek culture, which means we keep our Greek traditions, we keep our Greek religion and our Bithynian culture. However, this is where it gets interesting. We have a second option, which means we'll bring in our old countrymen to rule the nation. We lose 10 stability, 25 political influence. The primary culture of the country changes to medium. And Heraclea Persica gains Persian influence till the end of the game, which increases wrong culture group happiness by 5%, pop assimilation speed by 10%, which is great. And we also change our religion to Zoroastrian instead of being Hellenic. We also gain 3 median citizens in the capital. Now, why go for that second one, might you ask? Well, for the achievement, we need to, as a Masterist Achaemenid, well, not as a Masterist Achaemenid, but as a member of the Achaemenid dynasty, form Persia. Now, if I go to the decisions to try and see how to form it, you will see that there is no form Persia available. We have reunite Alexander's empire, but no form Persia. This is because we are Greek. We cannot form Persia as a Greek. As a Greek, we can reform or reunite Alexander's empire, but not form the Persian empire. So, what we need to do is change to Persian. Now, you will also notice that if I go to my military traditions here, they are Greek. Now, I'm going to show you. We'll take the second option here, and we'll go back to our old ways, and we will become what's the primary culture again? The religion is Zoroastrian median, that's it. So we'll go to median, we'll lose a bit of stability, political influence, but we go for median. But now if I go to my traditions, you'll see that we now have the Persian traditions of the Scythian horse archers, which reduces the horse archer cost by 15%. And here are our Persian traditions of the no longer Greek traditions, and we have a load of new stuff. This is cool because I've never ever played as anybody with the Persian tradition. This is the first time, and I'm incredibly looking forward to it. Now, if I went to the decision after enacting, taking option 2 in the text, you will see I can now form Persia, but I cannot reunite Alexander's empire because we are now, and I go to the ruler, who is now no longer a Basilissa, but a Babsin, so that's the Persian term for the ruler, and we are now Zoroastrian and Median. Now, this is a bit of a problem because we have all Bithynian, which is Greek culture, and we have Hellenic religion. So we need to kind of change all that at some point. But that is the first step in the kind of in the playthrough. We get a change and go back to our Persian ways, which I find really, really cool. Anyway, the first thing we want to do is take stock of our starting situation. So we have 4 cohorts, which means 2 archers and 2 heavy infantry units. That's cool, I'll keep that. However, we have 6 ships. I don't want the ships. I mean, they cost 0.81 to maintain. I don't need them, so we're going to get rid of them. But that means we can have more cash to probably invest in some more infantry units. The next thing I want to do is marry our ruler. So let's arrange a marriage. And I want to marry someone with good martial ability. And we'll marry the researcher. Or no, we'll marry you here. Yolas to Martian. You're good because you've got 9 martial and 10 charisma. That's really good. I'm going to marry you. Because he has better kind of charisma stats than our ruler. Oh, actually, no. What does the zeal do? Our zeal's for war, exhaustion, and stability change. So I'm not really bothered about that. Let's just go for... Yeah, let's go for the martial. Because the martial stat is useful for manpower recovery speed and morale recovery, which I want. So we'll go for that. Let's marry Yolas to Martian. We'll arrange the festivities. She's married. The next thing we need to do is marry our sons. Now, if I go to the government here, you'll see that our heirs are... We have 2... No, actually, click on her. We have 2 sons. We have Oxyathras and Klearchos. They're both pretty good. 7747. They're identical in stats. Let's marry the first one. So we'll arrange a marriage, hopefully with somebody good or young. We'll go for young because I want children. You're too old. She's 20. She's 21. We'll marry you, actually. Yeah, you're pretty good. Oh no, actually, it's the same family. And yeah, we don't want any incest shit, do we? So we'll go for her. Doris, Stratoni kid. We might as well. 9661. She's okay. She's a good person. So let's arrange festivities for him. So then they can pop out children and increase the members of our family. The more family members we have, the better people we have, maybe. And like the more options we have for the different posts in government and in commanding our armies. Let's marry Klearchos as well. That's what I want to do. Arrange a marriage. Same principle. By age. Who should we go for here? None of the same family. I don't want to keep it in the family. Let's go for you. I know she's 29. Yeah, she's a little bit too old. So we'll go for you. She's 22. Cassandra, Polonid, why not? You can marry her. But, I mean, we don't really want to do incest shit, do we? It's just so dodgy. It really is. The next thing I want to do is grant a couple of holdings to our leader to increase the power base. So we'll grant one in the capital, grant another holding in Sisamos, and then we'll grant another holding in Embolos. There we go. So that increases our family's power base, and it also increases our income slightly by 0.15 because it's 0.05 per holding. So that's pretty cool. So we're getting a little bit more cash. Okay, and now that is done, we have multiple things to do. The first thing I want to do is start improving opinion with the fridge. Let's spend some of that political influence. Improve opinion with the fridge. We need to be on good terms with the fridge. I really hope we can be, so I'm going to start improving opinion with them. The next thing I want to do is maybe assign an idea slot or two. So the first thing I'm going to go for is a military idea, martial ethos, to counteract the extra morale that the AI gets due to playing on hard difficulty. So we'll do that. The next thing I want to do is go for another idea, but I want something to do with cash. Now, let's have a look how many slaves we have. I don't have any slaves, only 12 slaves. Okay. I have 4 trade routes available. Now, do I want to go for slave output or commerce income? Let's have a look how much cash we make. Commerce income, we don't make too much. That's because we don't do any trade. Let's go for the national commerce income. I think. Let's sort out the trade routes first, and then we'll see, depending on how much money we make from the different trade routes, we'll be able to determine if we want to take the slave output or the commerce income. So let's import. What do we need to import? The first thing we need to check is food. Food is important. Do we make enough food to maintain a bigger army? And the answer is no. We only make 0.60 per month. So we're going to try and import some food. The best is grain, because I like having grain and it's surplus to increase our manpower. It's always kind of good to have. Yeah, let's go for the grain. So we're going to import some from Thrace first. I'm not going to import from the same guy. I could import everything from the fridge, but don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if the fridge decide to screw us over, or if they get invaded and we can't import with them anymore, we might as well kind of split it between different nations. So the first one's from Thrace. The next one will be from the fridge. Why not? Why won't they import? Oh, because I have no positive reason to do so. We'll import it from Macedon instead. That's fine. Let's import then. I can't import any horses. That's a shame. The fridge don't really like me. But maybe at the end of the month, because I really want to get some horses. I mean, I could get some steppe horses, actually. Get some horse archers. How much do horse archers cost? I really want to check. 0.47. They cost a lot. I can't maintain horse archers. They cost too much. I want horses. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to import some cloth here first. We'll get some cloth from Cappadocia, Catonia, maybe. Oh no, that's from Paphlagonia. I don't want to import from Paphlagonia, do I? Let's take another idea slot first. Let's go for Hospitium, improve maximum opinion. I want that. And what we can also go for is maybe... Do I want to go for something else? Maybe? Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. What I'm going to do is not take an idea slot, the last one just yet. I will take it when I can. What I want to do is spend the last bit of political influence we have on religious conversion. Let's get them converted. Yes. Why do that, might you ask? Well, I'm going to call down an omen, and we have an omen here, which is pop conversion speed, which will help us. Now, it's not very powerful. That's because we have no religious unity. Of course, we've changed the state religion to Zoroastrian, but we're all pretty much Hellenic, so it will go up once we start converting pops. So let's go for the pop conversion speed. Now that is done, let's just quickly double check if I can. I still can't import horses. The fridge won't, because they don't really like us too much. So hopefully in a month or two, they would kind of like us enough to let us import some stuff. The next thing I want to go for is maybe go for some inventions, or no, let's get an extra trade route. Cloth I would like to get, but same, I'd like to get it from the fridge because cloth increases your tax. So no, let's just wait a little bit on that. The next thing I want to do is go for an invention or two. Let's go for the property tax, extra tax, 5% tax. Anything to do with cash is going to be useful. Import value as well with standardized measures. Want some of that. Diplo rep. Oh, that might actually help. Let's get the Diplo rep, because then now they might like us enough to trade with us. Why didn't I think of that? There we go. There we go. So now they want to trade with us. So we can get horses from the fridge, which is what we want. Yeah, let's get horses from the fridge. From Lyconia. There we go. We get some of them horses. Can't import anything else just yet. Could go for the food modifier, improve maximum opinion. It's very tempting to go for, but I don't really need it just yet. So what we'll do is, yeah, we won't get any more tech. That's fine for the moment. I need to just get a little bit more cash so I can import the cloth from the fridge and increase our tax income. And now that is done, you guys, I'm definitely going to assign you to the leader. So why? Because it gets the unrest down. We have a bit of unrest because the pops are not of the state, culture and religion. It would help speed up the conversion and assimilation speed. That's the reason why I've given them to the ruler. And I think that is about it. I have an extra idea slot, but I can't afford it just yet. I could improve maybe some more opinion with anybody. Who do I want to improve opinion with? Just the fridge. Could I go with Armenia maybe? Can I improve opinion with Armenia? I can. Let's improve a bit of opinion with Armenia. Or maybe Thrace. Thrace could be a good ally to have. Let's improve with Thrace. Yeah, let's improve their... No, you know what? I'm just improving with the fridge. I want to save the political influence so we can get the last idea slot. And I'm going to be definitely taking the complex tariffs. Let's quickly check the economy. Yeah, increase that a little bit. It'll be quite nice. We'll get complex tariffs when we can. Now that's done, I think we can actually start the game. Bim bam boom. Okay, hopefully the fridge will like us and give us an alliance. That's what I'm hoping for. I really hope they do. If they can give us a little alliance, I'll be really happy with that. Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. They went straight away for the alliance. Yes, yes, yes. Thank the Lord. Praise the Lord. Fuck yes. That's what we wanted. So let's go for the alliance with the fridge. Boom. Thank you, my friends. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. We can definitely start eating some guys up here. Maybe Paphlagonia, we could definitely start by doing that. I don't want to alliance with you guys, and I don't want to alliance with you guys. I'm going to start the mission, the matter of Bithynia. Consult the court. It gives us free claims on the surrounding area, and yeah, I'll happily take that. Now, I need a little bit more gold. We only make 2.14. I want some more. I really do. Just so I can get the extra trade route. Anyway, sounding out the opposition. Debate has raged for many years over our rocky relationship with the nation-states resident in Bithynia. Sinope, a nation of many in Heraclea Persica called friends, stands well placed to provide us with assistance to our endeavours to control Bithynia. Yeah, I'll happily have a small alliance with Sinope. Yeah, let's increase their opinion of us. They're quite far away, so I'm not really bothered about that at the moment. Let's try and get some more cash. There we go. Let's go for another trade route. Get some cloth. It would be nice to get cloth. Yeah, let's get some cloth from the fridge. There we go. Increase our local tax by 10%. Why not? So we should make a little bit more money out of that. How much do we need to get another idea? 20. So we need to save up for 20 political influence. Yeah, they're allied with me. That's great. That's great. I mean, thank you so much, the fridge, for being my friend. They're allied with Pontus, but that's fine. These are allied with Thrace. That's strange. Strange alliance to have. Bithynia want an alliance, but no. I could do with taking... Yeah, I think the first war is definitely going to be against Paphlagonia. We can definitely get the fridge in on it. I think that's going to be the first objective. What we need to do now is stockpile some cash. Increase the size of our army. We can get some cav on the flanks. And hopefully we can bring in the fridge to help us here. The matter of Bithynia. So the region of Bithynia has remained a valuable source of trade and commerce for our nation for many long years. Many amongst the court insist that such a bountiful land will serve much better purpose if fully integrated under the Heraclean Pontican banner. Long for friendship and cooperation, or warlike in Bithynia. Do the fridge have any land in Bithynia? That's the question. Do I go for... That's the question. Let's go for a bit of a warlike. Yeah, let's go for the warlike opinion. Just for these, I mean... That's fine. Who's disloyal? Why are you disloyal? You're incredibly disloyal. Oh, because he's a pretender. And it's my child, isn't it? It's one of the children. Is he the one that... It's not the one that inherits, that's why. They're probably going to kill themselves. They're going to fight it out. They're going to rough it up between each other. Hopefully we can bring in the fridge at some point. Yeah, it's brilliant that we've got the fridge on our side. That is just like the best thing that could have happened. It really is. It's just fantastic. By the way, what is our tech research like? We have some pretty good researchers. Yeah, that can stay like that. I don't really need to change that. What about our government? I've not really checked the government office. You're pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the government like that. I'm not going to mess about with that too much. The starting stuff is pretty okay. just quickly move that queued event over there so I can see what's going on. Nearly have enough to go for another idea, which I definitely want. Going to stockpile a bit of cash here. Is there any tech we can go for quickly? I mean, hierarchical haruspication could be cool. Improve maximum opinion would be nice. How much more can I improve? Plus 56 over time. That's fine. We'll keep improving. I don't need any more. Save the cash to increase our army. The preeminent Philenos Apollonid. So some say throughout Heraclea Persica there is one constant. The deeds and character of Philenos Apollonid precede him from the villas of the capital to the shabbiest border town. You're the pretender. You're a pretender, you are. Do I want you to be friends with me? No, I'm going to lose a bit of popularity, one of it. I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. Okay, now we'll go for another idea slot. And we're going to go for... How many slaves do I have? 12. I suppose we could increase our tax income. Or do I want to increase commerce income? By 20%. How much is due to our slave output? That's got to be all. That's got to be due to our slave output. So we'll increase the... Yeah, we'll get the slave output. National slave output. Well, no. I don't have many slaves, do I? I don't think that's a good thing to do. I mean, I only have 12 slaves here. Let's go for the national commerce income. We have a couple of trade routes in there, so we'll just do that. There we go. So that should increase our cash flow a little bit more. Now we need to stockpile as much as we can. Increase the size of our army. And hopefully go to war against these guys. They don't have a lot of men available to them. I think with the fridge we should be fine. And then I'll be more than happy to take these guys out after. I think this place has got to be the first one we've got to go for. If I can take like... Yeah, if we can take some of this land off them, I'll be really happy. So I think that's what we're going to aim for. Keep getting these claims. Very nearly finished the claims there. Let's increase the size of the army here quickly. Let's go for double light cav on the flank. I've got the right tactics I have for the moment. I've got could change to bottleneck, but we'll see. We'll see depending on what units we make. Well, kind of when the units are finished, sorry. Well, what about the fridge? Still not. No, they're not all yet. Okay, the court speaks. So rhetoric and debate have raged for a full year. The court of Heraclea Persica has reached a final stance on the matter of Bithynia. We gain +2 diplo rep, which is cool. Improved maximum opinions increased by 5%, which is good. But war score costs increased by 5%. But that's fine. So that opens up the next mission bit. So we can go. Yeah, we have quite a few missions this bit. Into Bithynia, control Bithynia in Theria. Yeah, it's going to be a while before we can actually move in on that. Because the fridge is going to be the major threat once we don't need them anymore. But at the moment, we need them. Still make 251 gold per month. Let's increase the size of our army again. I need... Another heavy infantry unit would be fine. I'll happily take that. They've got big alliance with Thrace. Who are they allied with? Chalcedon, no. Do they? I don't think they have military access, do they, with Thrace? But they have 19 ships, so it's not wise that side yet. This is going to be the best side because of the fridge. They're definitely going to help us, and it would be really good. Okay, get some more units. I think that once we get some units and get a little bit of manpower back, I think we should be fine. I mean, I want to make sure we have at least 9k stack. Maybe 10 would be nice. I would like a supply train as well. I mean, a supply train would be useful. Just to make sure we could actually do longer incursions in there. Do they have any forts though? They have one fort here. Which is going to be a pain to take. They are turning it up and not... Oh no, they're building a fort there. Okay, that's interesting. We have another daughter. Okay, that's interesting. So more marriage potential. Youthful indiscretions. A cousin belonging to one of the lesser branches of the Achaemenid family has become embroiled in the scandal at court. Yeah, I'm going to let the family deal with that. Lose a bit of prestige. I'm not overly bothered about it. I think we should probably go pretty quickly. Troyzen. What are they at war for? Phrygian Troyzen War. Where is Troyzen? Is that down here? I don't know where Troyzen is. Let's have a look where Troyzen is. Hopefully they can get that war done quickly. Troyzen. Where is it? It's all the way over there. So, I'm just going to wait for them to finish their war there, to be honest, I think, first. I think that's the best thing to do. It doesn't matter if he makes a fort. I mean, it's only level 1. We have enough men to siege it down, so it's not a major issue. In the meantime, we can actually start pretty much converting some of our like kind of pops. I think it should be going pretty good, to be honest. It is 2.08% per month. It could be better, but I feel that's okay. What about over here? 3.57 there. We're already starting to get some in there already, which is good. This is really, really good. Dynastic Desperation. So it has reached our ears that Oxyathus, a Sheminin, a child and heir of the Babson, has started to develop a jealous view as if of his half-brother, who's a tiny baby. The rivalry seems to stem from Oxyathus' worries that children from more recent marriage will be favoured. So expose him. Yeah, I don't want him to... Is he the primary heir? So I either expose the primary heir, I carefully move him away from the path, or he attempts to assassinate Basnus. Yeah, you can attempt to assassinate him. That's fine. I don't really want to kind of lose my primary heir. He's pretty good as well, so don't really want to lose that. Plot discovered. So the planned plot against Bazarnus the Sheminid has been quickly broken up. Confidence of Oxyathus the Sheminid brought the evidence to the plan. The palace guards who fell on an unwitting Oxyathus attempting to acquire deadly poison. Oh, we can kill him, but I don't want to kill him. Don't want to send him to the dungeons. Just a bit of rivalry. Yeah, just a bit of rivalry. Just a bit of brotherly love. Brotherly rivalry where they all try to kill each other. Fair enough. Right, let's increase the size of this army again a bit. Maybe get another... I think we could go for another archer and another light cav. Yep, and then we can get a supply train. And I think that would be fine. Fridge, what's going on with the fridge? Yeah, we need them to finish the war. Once they finish it, we'll get them to go to war and help us take Paphlagonia. I don't want to do it straight away. We kind of need to plan everything correctly. Because if we do too soon, we're going to get screwed. And especially considering we've got the best start possible with the fridge allying us, which is what we wanted. We need to really take our time. It's going to be the best thing to do. See if we can get as much land out of this as possible. There's no forts on the border over here. I could do him with building some forts. But hopefully he gives it to us. If we kind of do the war, hopefully any land he occupies, he will hand it over to us. I kind of hope that's what will happen. Okay, that's fine. A little bit extra gold, a little bit of extra men there. We've got more units. Yeah, we can get our manpower up a bit more, so I'm happy with that. Take the right tactic. What do you want? Not shock action, maybe bottleneck. Go for bottleneck. That seems to be the best tactic there. Bit of bottleneck is fine. Pop conversion speed. Conversion's going okay. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time, but once it actually comes into effect, it should be fine. What should I go for here? Omen power. Go for some tech, maybe. We could go for some tech. Maybe the omen power plus 5% would be nice. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for the omen power. That's going to increase the pop conversion speed a little bit. Just want to double check. There we go. 4.10% now. Istros want military access. Are you allied to the fridge? No, but I'll give it you anyway. Thrace are at war. Are you guys at war? No, they're not at war. What if I were to declare war on you guys? Byzantion, Chalcedon would join. Oh, citizens of Euphoric. That's cool. So the patriotic citizens of Heraclea Persica are ecstatic at our benevolent rule in honour of our majesty. They have kindly raised a rather pitiful sum of gold. I don't find it pitiful. I find it really useful. Thank you. It's 14 gold for us. Hopefully Thrace will get thrashed here. Lose men, lose manpower. Then we can actually declare war on Bithynia. That might be a solution before we go that side. But still, I feel that, yeah, going against Sinope and Pontus would be the way forward, especially considering that the fridge would join and it would screw everybody over. And I think everybody would join the fridge as well. If I declare war, I think the fridge would bring in all of his allies, or all of his kind of clients, feudatories and vassals and whatnot. Do I want to go for more tech? Not really. Not really. I probably want some buildings, to be honest, at some point. Maybe some temples and stuff, but it doesn't actually cost that much. We could go for a few, maybe. Especially considering here we have quite a few pops to convert, so I think a couple of temples would be the best bet. What about over here? Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to do it, but I think when we do it, it should be cool. It should be good. What next? What's the speed of assimilation? Yeah, it's yeah, we'll do the religion first. I mean, I like the religion's important because it gives you omen power, and the more omen power, the better. The better things will be. How much do we make? 0.99. Could I go for a supply train? How much maintenance is a supply train? No, not build. Recruit cohorts. Supply train, 0.63. It cost a lot. Don't think we can go for a supply train just yet. If we do get one now, we won't make enough money to actually stockpile some cash. Hopefully you guys... But as soon as the fridge finishes, I think we will go to war. I mean, I probably don't even need a supply train, to be honest, just yet. I could probably increase the size of the army here. Get another heavy infantry, but... we would get one archer and one light cav extra. I think that would be pretty useful. Let's do that. One archer and one light cav. There we go. I mean, I make a little bit less cash, but that's not a problem. Because as soon as the fridge finishes the war, we're going to bring them in. I mean, where is his army? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're over the other side. So we need to wait for them to bring them back. Once they bring them home, then I think that's when we strike. Hopefully in the next episode we can get a war going. Oh, who do I want to join me for? Helicarnassos and Miletos. Where's Helicarnassos? Oh, that's all the way down here. We could help him out. Let's accept the offer. We'll join. It's they've called me in for their war there, but I mean that's fine. I'm not going to go down and help him. He can do the job, but he'll like us by joining. Yeah, aiding us. There we go. We're aiding him, so that's cool. Scandalous Dominus. Okay, so while the occasionally rakish and loose tendencies of Oxyathris Sheminid are well known throughout the upper circles of Heraclea Persica, no one was quite prepared for the appalling slew of allegations levelled at him late. Okay, so he's having orgies basically with his slaves. So, token inquiry. What are you? Primary heir, the Babsin. Well, the primary heir and son of the Babsin, so son of the ruler. You're the Argbad. What's the Argbad? Whatever it is. Yeah, I'm going to do... Honestly, why waste our time with that? I mean, 10 years though, slave happiness goes down. How many... Well, let's have a look at the happiness of our slaves. Yeah, no, they're all pretty pissed. I think they're all pretty pissed. Because they're not the same religion or culture, so they're not going to be very happy, obviously. Just check with all the... I mean... what do I do here? Let's gain a bit of popularity. Yeah, I mean, why waste of time? I don't think it's going to do too much problem to the slaves. I'll make just a little bit less cash, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe I could actually hold some games. Do I have enough? I do have cash, and haven't like 0.11 per month. Can I hold any games? I suppose we could hold some games. We get my popularity up, but nah, maybe not at the moment. Can I do a law? Ooh, we've got some laws. I forgot about laws. National commerce income could be cool. What's that? National manpower, start experience, discipline. Oh yes. I think we're going to go for the nobility admission law. We'll get some more stability and we'll go for the nobility admission law. I think that's what we're going to have. It gives us extra discipline, and extra discipline is always a good thing to have. Is he still winning this war? He is. He's still winning it comfortably. I mean, it's going to be fine. And then we can... Oh, they've got one ally less. They're only allied with Sinop now, or Sinop. Yeah, once the war's finished, we're going to go for it. I mean, they have no men. Sinop have 4. We can take these guys. I'm going to do a cut in the episode here, guys. It's been about half an hour since I've been recording. In the next episode, we'll wait for the fridge to finish his war, and then we'll go to war against Paphlagonia. Do I have a claim on them? Bithynia Superior. I just want to check which one that is. You can go for Bithynia Superior or Paphlagonia Inferior. Might go for Bithynia Superior. Let's go for Bithynia Superior, because then they might hand it over to us. I'm hoping that if we go for that as the war goal, they will hand it to us, if like the fridge occupies it. But yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. Anyway, as per usual, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the episode, please don't hesitate to hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more great Imperator content, also consider subscribing to the channel. And with that said, I hope everybody has a good evening, and I will see you all later for another episode of Imperator Rome. Later, people.